Hey, Tobin Templeman, how are you? Sunday night was the first time in a long that I could use my TV again. Oh, very cool. I'm glad that you could use your TV. Yeah, that conversation we had with Hammett, I enjoyed it quite a bit. And hello, everyone who's watching. Andy Hall with my friends Righty and Lefty and the Jenga Tower. Back here at Splash Zone, there's a cup of coffee. Oh, messed up my sleep cycle. Yeah, I could see that, Tobin. I could see that. The Late Show does screw up my sleep patterns a bit too, but I've gotten better. I've gotten better at managing them. See? This could be the shortest Jenga tower in history right here. Okay, no, all right, so good. I didn't completely mess that up. I did make a new video of the conversation that Jason and I recently had about Easter. I haven't dropped the full video yet, but I made a really quick short, about 54 seconds worth, and I'm dropping that later on today. I'm pretty excited with it. I'm pretty happy with it. The reason why I do these shorts is because they are my best chance of going viral on YouTube. It's happened once. Sorry about the bash. It's happened once, and I've gotten like small amounts of virality off of other videos. And so I'm thinking, hey, maybe I can go viral with another short. Maybe, possibly. So I'm dropping that later on tonight. Go on, all these blocks falling around. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with it. I started reading through Jonathan M.S. Pierce's new book, or soon-to-be released book, on the resurrection. So I feel like I've been productive today, making a short video, reading Jonathan's book. My girlfriend and I were going to be making soap this weekend. We've never made soap. Yes, it's over a year in lockdown. And this is what we're doing. We're making soap. Now you're saying to yourself, Andy, are you getting a little bit more into the Tyler Durden Operation Mayhem vibe? Are you doing that? It's like, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. But I'm making soap. Imaginary God. There's so many religions in history. Seems dull only to focus on Christianity. This is true. This is true. But I'm going to say this, and tell me if I'm wrong. If there's going to be a major world power that sinks the entire planet, that just destroys human life, it'll be the United States of America, right? And I'm going to guess, I don't know why I did this pinky point right now. I don't know why I did that. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to wager. See, I'm going to point with my correct finger. I'm going to wager that if the planet gets destroyed, it gets, from our own stupidity, it'll be because the United States of America, and have something to do with evangelical Christianity too. No, I think most atheists, to be serious, I think most atheists are aware of other religions, right? There was a study out 5 years ago by Pew Research, Pew Research, that shows that atheists are most educated out of any other class, out of any other religious group. We're the most aware and knowledgeable about religion in general, about different faiths than any other group. Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a good one. It'd be accurate. Let's go with accurate. Apologists hate the outside test of faith. Yeah, John Loftus, right? John Loftus, the outside test of faith. I have a couple of Loftus's books in here somewhere. Well, here's one right off the top of my head I can just find. How to Defend the Christian Faith. Advice from an Atheist, John W. Loftus. I got a couple of other ones. A couple of other his books kicking around here somewhere. He was actually on the Best Advice Ever. He did a Best Advice Ever episode. He's a funny guy. Hey, James, what's up? I'll say this, right? I was thinking about this the other day. Out of the major atheists, right, personalities, there are people, doing the hypothetical experiment, thought experiment. Out of the major personalities, atheist personalities, who would I trust my young children with when they were young? Who would I trust them to babysit with them? And I would say that seems to be a test on character for me, to think about who I trust and who I don't trust. And I think I would trust John Loftus watching my kids. He has the skills and the character for that. Other people, I don't know. No, Insanity Ensues. I think Darth is, should I be paying more attention to Darth? Everyone seems to talk about Darth. And he gets a lot of eyeballs. He seems to get a lot of eyeballs. I've listened to John on the Atheist Edge a few times. Interesting person. Yeah. He's a good guy. Actually, a pool player, who I discovered on the Best Advice Ever episode that he was on. He actually shot a lot of pool. As did I. I skipped a lot of high school, my friends. I skipped a lot of classes just to shoot pool. And I didn't suck at it either. Well, the Darth is a fascist cretin. Yes, James Henry. From what I've seen, what I've heard, indeed. Well, James Henry, you know how it rolls. You know how it is. A lot of these people are keyboard tough guys, cell phone tough guys. And once you get them in real person, You know, once you get them in real life, there's no there, right? Like who's the Rages dude, right? Smokey Saint, the guy's a pedophile, right? From what I understand, the guy's charged with being a pedophile. Um, so a lot of these, YouTube Christian types, or I would say that if someone's harping about morality, and trying to control you and what you do with your genitals, more than likely they have problems. They have deep-seated problems. And to bounce off what Imaginary God was saying about precepts these days, yeah, I mean, it comes in, it's fads, right? I mean, I remember back in the day when I was an undergraduate, I was talking with one of my philosophy professors, and he was like, yeah, when I was coming up in school, what the big thing was, what is it? Logical positivism. Logical positivism was the big thing in philosophy departments when he was coming up. I have no idea what the current flavor of philosophy is that is popular, but precepts, apologetics, they're fads. They're fads. No, you shoot pool as well. Very good. Very good. Actually, I have to tell you, the girlfriend and I, when we moved into this place, if my kid wasn't staying with us like a lot, like 50% of the time, the room I am in now would be the pool room. It would be the game room. Maybe the room upstairs. I'm not sure. But we would have a pool table here. If this is just another burden of parenthood, of fatherhood, let me tell you. You just give up silly things like pool tables in your house so that your kid can have a bed to sleep on. Familiar with the 9-ball? Sure. Yeah, I've done like regular 8-ball, 9-ball, straight pool. I've only played snooker maybe a handful of times. But like I said, that was my misspent youth. Cutting school, spending a lot of time on the weekends, just hanging out. To tell you the truth, there was this great pool hall. There's this fantastic pool hall that just closed in Cambridge due to the pandemic. It's called Johnny Flat Tops, and I spent a good amount of time there. Not a lot of time, but a fair amount of time. It was a very fun place. The trick is, of course, getting a pool table that during the time where there weren't any tournaments going on, or large groups of people. My favorite time to go into a pool hall is during the late morning when no one else is around, or mid morning. If it's open, then that's the best place to go because you have the place to yourself. Oh, pinball machine, dude! I was in Las Vegas. Now I hate Las Vegas. I've had 2 bad experiences in Las Vegas, primarily because of the people I was with. Yeah, maybe I was in bad relationships. Maybe going to Las Vegas when you're in a bad relationship with the other person, it's like throwing gasoline on the fire. If you have any problems in your relationship and you go to Las Vegas, what I have found from my personal truth is that Las Vegas will just work those fractures of the relationship. That being said, there is a pinball museum. It isn't really a museum. It's more like a very large space with a lot of classic pinball machines. And if you're ever in Vegas, it's worth going to. Sacrifices for family are more honorable than some really. Oh, yeah. Well, this is true. This is true, Tobin. This is true. my house makes sounds. I don't know that I'm not aware of what the sounds are. Maybe it's the neighbors. I don't know. It's this low humming sound. Maybe it's the washing machine. It could be it. So yeah, we're making soap this weekend. Why are we making soap? Because I have a cunning plan. That's why. I had an Arogu. Now, I might just be an everyday pleb. Oh, yes, the pinball wizard was the who. Yeah. It sounds like you're about to say I had an argument, James Henry. If I was going to discern, if I was going to read, I'm going to use my powers here, of my oracle powers. See, that's what I have to do. I have to touch the screen. I have to touch the camera for them to fully activate. I would say that you're about to say you were in an argument with someone. Oh, an argument with my cousin, with your cousin, who was a born again Christian. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that they are a born again Christian. Now, here's the question: how did they become? Did they convert to being a born again Christian? Oh, he threatened to beat you up. That's not very Jesus of him, you know. Got to simmer down a bit. Why, we're asking too many questions, making too many smart alecky comments, bringing up facts that can disrupt someone. It was an idle threat. Well, that's good. I have to admit, I've never gotten physically threatened, like face to face with someone with violence. I mean, for being an atheist, being a lot of other things, being smart aleck, running my mouth, not even a whole lot of that either. But never gotten into a confrontation about atheism, even when I've been talking about atheism. Of course, I live in a blue state too. Yep, he could not answer my questions even though he had a theology degree. Well, there you go. Those theology degrees. It's like getting a degree in Spider-Man, right? Captain America, some other fictitious character. He has a big mouth and no balls. So did he convert? James Henry? Was he born into it? What did he convert? I'm always curious about how people, switch or change. Really, most of my life discussions have been civil. That's good with believers. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think the good thing is that most people I meet don't know who I am. And that saves me a lot of problems, probably. They don't read my material. They don't watch the YouTube channel. They never listen to any of my podcasts when I was doing podcasts. So, yeah. He was converted by Lutheran missionaries in Zambia. Yep. Raised Roman Catholic, sure. Those Lutherans, it can be trouble. I always like mentioning how Martin Luther hated Jews, and that those Nazis took pages from his playbook on how to harass and harm Jews in Germany. Oh, Jason. Hey, Dragons in Genesis, just the person. Wanted to talk to you. Hey, dude, I made a short, like a 60-second video from our conversation. I don't want to talk about what it was. I don't want to talk about what the content of the video is. But it's a short, like 60-second video. It's for the, it's a vertical video. YouTube's been pushing these vertical videos. And so, but I made a video from our conversation. And I'm going to post it later on tonight. And I'm excited by it. I'm excited by the short video. Hitler was a Catholic. There's no doubt about that. And the funny thing is he taught me to smoke weed. Oh, see, no, dude, here it is, James Henry. Yeah, Dragons in Genesis. I'll send you a link over to it later on. I'm quite happy with it, actually. It's one of those things, right? As a content creator, you make different kinds of content, right? So when I write my blog, most of the time I'm hoping for something to go viral, right? When I do, of course, when I do these Jenga videos, well, I'm just hanging out with you guys. I'm just having a good time and enjoying myself. And of course, the morning show is the morning show too. I do it, because I enjoy doing it. But these short videos are they're specifically made so that perhaps they go viral. And hey, Simply Secular Dave. The thing is, James Henry, right? You see this all the time with people who are religious. They led wild lives. They could be addicts, like Mike Lindell, right? The guy's in recovery. He ran his life into the curb, made a hash out of his life. He found Jesus, and now he's making the rest of us miserable. That is so common, especially with evangelicals. They're like, they found God, and now they want to make everyone else miserable. So this is going to fall any minute. It's very wobbly. It's a wobbly structure. I don't know. No, I'm afraid I'm going to drop everything, right? Is this what happens when you get old? When you get old, you build up your tower this high, and you know it's going to fall at some point, and you become really conservative, and you decide not to take chances. And I think there's a metaphor here, everyone. I think there's a metaphor. I hope I'm Jason. I have his wallet. Excellent. I find myself missing the Trump drama. That whole not knowing whether or not the world's going to explode or when the SS is going to come banging at your door in the middle of the night. There has been since I've been doing the morning show for a while, hey, look at that, it didn't even fall. Since I've been doing the morning show, there is a dramatic lack of drama due to the fact that Donald Trump is no longer around. Oh, you like your boring? You like your politics boring? Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, we're only one election away from everything going to hash again. One midterm election coming up, and the whole system can fall. The whole system can fall because it's very delicate. The American political system is very delicate right now. Here it comes. Will I be able to do it? Oh, that's not good. Oh, Shazam. Incredible. Oh, it's such a delicate tower. That's right. Even though it's delicate, you can still kind of afford to make some mistakes with it, right? You can still. Oh yeah, there we go. Wonderful. Whew, you're right. The U.S. is like a large ship. It makes slow turns. That's why, yes, the government is designed to go slow, right? That's a benefit. That's a minus. On one hand, we're not going to be like the Brits, for an example. One vote, and we're all out of the EU. And one vote, that's only 50-50. So it's a coin flip. Those kind of major changes don't happen in the United States of America because the system is designed to be slow. F is for filibuster. You're right. Yeah, once again, it's so important to have Puerto Rico and DC as states. And that's really the only feasible way that the Democrats can break the filibuster without breaking the filibuster, without changing the rules. Because if you always have a majority or more, like if you stack the Senate with us 4 blue senators, oh, life would be so much better. The U.S. is a kind of ship with 4 engines and no rudder. Yep, that is true. I was listening to Bill Gates talk. He did an interview a couple of weeks ago. And Bill Gates has so much money that he doesn't need to speak well, and people will still listen to him. His conversation is full of ums and ums. It's like the first time I heard myself on the podcast, this is years ago, with all my ums and ums, it's like, oh, that's horrible. That's how much money Bill Gates has. He has enough money that he doesn't have to learn how to speak publicly to speak publicly. How about that? What's up, Theo? What would need to happen for Puerto Rico to be a state? We could do it. We could do it with a 50-50 vote. It is will. It is political will. Just as we have carved out, just as the Senate has carved out special instances to ignore the filibuster, like in reconciliation, as in getting presidential appointments to here, since I'm here. So the filibuster, there are cutouts. There are ways of working around the filibuster. And the Democrats, if they really wanted to, they could tomorrow, they could just say, we're going to vote on it. And we're going to do a straight 50-50 vote. And it's going to happen. They could do that tomorrow if they wanted to. Let there be no doubt of that. Oh, the Mad Max apocalypse. Well, you have your truck already. Dragons and Genesis. Do you have a shotgun too? Do you have one of those little shotguns? That are, well, you already have your truck right there, brother. The thing is about the apocalypse, the Mad Max apocalypse, I think there'd be a lot of camping, and I don't like camping. I'm not a big camper. So why don't they? That's a very good question. Well, I think they really wanted to get the COVID relief bill done first. I think that they really wanted to do the impeachment trial first. And I don't know what they're doing next, but they should be doing it pretty soon before the midterm elections, because if they don't do it before the midterm elections, it's too late. The jaws of the Republican Party, as we all know, the party that's out of power, so the other party, because Biden won the presidency, the Republicans stand to win seats in the midterm elections. It's just math. That's just how things run here. Just get rid of the Senate. Well, the interesting thing about the Senate, the thing is about the Senate. Now, every state has a bicameral legislature. So there's a house, a state house, and a state Senate in every state except for one, and that's in Nebraska. Nebraska, during the Great Depression, they thought, we are just going to get rid of the bicameral system, and that's going to save us money, which it did. And at the very least, states should not have a bicameral legislature. It doesn't make any sense for states. Bold move, Andy Hall. That was a bold move right there. Ban the turtles from the Senate. Yep. What I would like is, affordable health care for all Americans. That's right. Oh, no. Let me complete my thought. The most important thing that people could do for atheism, right? If you really want to spread atheism, the most important thing you can do is just give healthcare to everybody. Because as we all know, the more miserable people are, the more unsafe they are, the more religious they tend to be. So if you make everyone happy and safe and feeling secure, then we won't have a country full of religious fanatics. We'll be more like other countries, other westernized countries. Lost the concentration talking about the Electoral College. Yeah, banning the Electoral College would not suck either. Well, you could, once again, get into the minutia of the Electoral College. There are, as most of you know, most of the time, these electoral votes are all or nothing. So the Republicans could win by 50.1% of the vote in Texas, and all those electoral votes go to the Republicans. However, there are states like Maine and Nebraska that divide up their electoral votes. So percentage-wise, so some electoral votes from Maine might go to one candidate, other electoral votes might go to the other candidate, depending on how they vote. Exactly, Dragons and Genesis. The better the social safety net, the less one needs hope for miracles. That's good. That's good. I like that. So what was I saying? So you could actually still keep, the Electoral College if states decided that they were just going to divide up their electoral votes proportionally, right? That's a way of keeping, I mean, if it was up to me, I would get rid of the whole system, the whole electoral college system altogether. But if people were afraid of that kind of sudden change, and you could just have states dividing up their electoral votes proportionally, and that would solve a lot of problems. Man, I watched John Oliver the other night, and now I have his song going through his head. The la 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 la. I got it going through my head. It's an earworm. It's a very wormy earworm too. You can't know what's safe without borrowing from the Christian worldview. Thank you very much, Jordan Peterson, or any other hack who blathers that kind of nonsense. See, I got that song. I got that song in my head. John Oliver, This Week Tonight, which I saw the other night. It was a Tucker Carlson episode. Hilarious. I did a poll based on that on Tucker Carlson on my blog, Laughing in Disbelief today. All right, that was the left-hand tower of Jenga. This is the right hand. The Lord gives with his left, and he takes from his right. Actually, we just do Jenga with both hands. Oh yeah, dude, that's minstrel stuff. Yeah. It's it infects so much of American life. It is scary, Theo. It really is. What the tuck is wrong with that guy? Tucker, man, he just likes being white. He really likes being white and being the Swanson frozen dinner heir, I guess. I guess he's one of the heirs to the Swanson dinner fortune. And he figured out how to make money and how to get attention. And that's by doing race baiting. But yeah, if you haven't seen the Confederate States of America, you can probably find it on YouTube. It's a satirical look. What if the Union lost in the Civil War, and what if the Confederacy won? It's an interesting alternative history, and they touch on just how racist this country is. Yeah, Tucker. Dave Chappelle. I like Dave Chappelle. He's a funny guy. I haven't seen Dave live. I haven't seen him live. Chappelle gets it. Oh yeah. Well, his show, the Chappelle Show, was pretty incredible, groundbreaking stuff. Yeah, Tucker is pretending to be working class. Yeah. Has he ever worked a day in his life? I don't think he has. I don't think he has. Like at a real job, right? A job where you get your hands dirty. I don't think he's ever worked at a real job. Oh, he is. Well, literally, his family is the Swanson dinner people, the frozen dinner, Swansons. That was big in the 50s. And this, you know, it was high tech technology, high tech stuff. The frozen dinner. It was funny. If you haven't seen the John Oliver bit on Tucker Carlson, it's definitely worth seeing. You know, Oliver just shows a bunch of white supremacists basically saying, yeah, Tucker Carlson, he's promoting our message. What am I doing? What's this? This can't end this quickly. Why is it? No. Oh, Tucker Carlson with Jon Stewart? Yeah. It was the firing line? Crossfire. It was Crossfire. Actually, my girlfriend had never seen it. And so I found it on YouTube and we watched it. No, Tucker Carlson's a hack. And Jon Stewart is brilliant. The guy's brilliant. And also, I mean, well, that ended quickly. Right? That ended quickly. Wow, that just sucked. My left hand tower was much better than my right hand tower. Maybe I was jumping the gun. I don't know. Yeah, he made fun of Tucker's bow tie and called him a dick. Yeah, called him a dick, which Carlson just liked because he likes getting under people's skin and everything. But Jon Stewart on Crossfire is magical, worth watching. The extended cut of Jon Stewart talking with who's the handsy guy, the Factor, Riley. That's right, Bill O'Reilly. Jon Stewart talking with Bill O'Reilly. The uncut version is worth watching too. And what else? Jim Cramer, right during the great economic crisis of 2007, 2008, he had Jim Cramer on, and he worked him over. Yeah, Jon Stewart's a beast, rhetorical beast. He can he just talks to people. Yeah, called him a dick is right. I don't know who would want to talk. You would think that people would be smart enough not to talk to him. But once again, a lot of these people are hacks. Bill O'Reilly, he's a hack. Tucker Carlson, a hack. Jim Cramer, a hack. And the thing is, when it's Dunning-Kruger, right? The incompetent don't realize that they're incompetent because they're incompetent. So they probably think they have the chops to go up against someone like Jon Stewart, and then they find out that they don't. Dave Letterman's pretty fast. Yeah, he's good. All right. So Stephen Colbert, really, yeah, he is. I wish he still had a show on the Colbert Report, but you got to move on, and the idea that as an artist, you can't be doing the same shtick. You gotta grow, I guess. If you're not hack. So everyone, tomorrow 9 a.m. tonight, sometime probably around 6 Eastern, I'm dropping the short video of part of the conversation I had with Jason from Dragons and Genesis. It'll make you look at something in a different way. And that's what this 60-second clip, this 60-second part of our conversation, it made me change the way I thought about a particular incident from American life. And so, yeah. All right, everyone. Yeah, Bill Maher's. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. If nothing else, 9 a.m. I will be here. Table will be moved around, but yeah, I'll be here with more news stories, more fun. And I'm going to double check everything. I'm going to double check my work to make sure I have loaded up everything, the memes, the right videos, the stories, and everything like that. Got to double check my work. All right. Be strong. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, dragons. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Take care, everyone.